and gentlemen, welcome to another race in the Final Fantasy Randomizer 2020 Spring Tournament here on Speed Gaming. We have game number 2 of one of our final 8 matchups here, Elite 8, between Spellzapp and ShadowWalke 227, going on right here, right now, live. We are going to call this race for you. I'm Cyclone, and I'm joined by Dr. Pumpkin. How are you doing tonight, Pumpkin?
Oh, I'm doing all right, but it's heating up pretty bad here. How are you doing, Cyclone?
Yeah, I've been boiling in the last couple days, but the reason for that is because we got this hot, spicy matchup going on here, a hot, spicy matchup, game number 2. And we have a somewhat normal party tonight, don't we?
Seriously, who are these racers and what have they done with Spellzapp and ShadowWalke?
Yeah, they you don't see this very much anymore. I've seen a lot of 2 thieves in this brackets, but we actually have a fighter, we actually have a white mage, we actually have a black mage. We're going to see normal strategies tonight. Why don't we talk about the flag set tonight?
Sure, so the flag set are the same bracket flags that we've been running for the entire Brackets of Spring 2020 tournament. We have got 3 loose, plus a loose canal, and because we are in the bracket phase, we also have randomized towns.
So the nice ability to not have progression or good spells to use early is definitely there. Lufane at Provoca and maybe a Sea Shrine hiding over at Elfland, it's possible.
It certainly is, and for those who did not get to see it last night, I highly recommend checking out the VOD of the first game of ShadowWalke versus Spellzapp. It was an absolute nail-biter the whole way through.
Agree. I saw that race too. Fantastic race, and we are expecting more of the same and then some tonight. So we are about to get going. What do you want to see tonight?
I want to see yet another extremely close race, but we'll have to get on that a little bit because the races are off. And in level 1 white magic, we have got Harm 3 and Invis 2. Harm 3 can be great for early undead, and Invis 2 is great late game. And then we've got Ice 2, so we have a sweeper. Wow. It's not the best. And then we've got Hold, which does have some fringe uses as a power word.
These magic spells are not the best magic spells. I think Harm 3 may be the most useful. We might see some dives in some of the undead locations to try to get some early grinds, maybe off a couple of those packs. But only for a few levels because we're going to want to make some progression. They're not the best experience gainers in most cases, and we're going to want to make some progression somewhere once we at least get a few levels. That might be an option, though, and there may be places where Harm can become useful later.
It certainly could, especially if we end up having to do the dreaded early marsh dive.
Indeed, Marsh is a place that has all sorts of undead creatures, so at least it's a little more palatable with that spell in the inventory.
Right you are, Cyclone. And it looks like Spellzapp's fighter has already decided to take a dirt nap, and oh, well, there's an early canal, so I doubt we're going to have an early marsh.
So we know that we might have said that there are 3 loose in the pool. That does not count. That's automatically loose. There are 3 other loose items in the pool, so that does not take one of our loose items off the table. That is our guaranteed loose canal.
That's correct. And, oh, a katana. That's great for that thief. ShadowWalke getting the business from these wolves right now.
That katana is definitely the thief's late game weapon. He's already ready for when he promotes later. He'll be swinging that thing for some damage.
Ooh, and ShadowWalke taking a wipe there while Spellzapp pulls Garland.
And of course, the canal we need, so he has to go back and get it. There's more wolves. Garland gets to eat nice too, 57 damage. He is resetting that.
Yeah, it could be that he just wasn't taking as much damage as he would like, so. Spellzapp picking up his chests and making his way back down. Hopefully he's able to successfully get to Garland. He's already down a white mage.
Deng is already down a Dan as well. He's got Deng the thief sitting at the top of the party.
Yeah, and it looks like he's out of cast, and he's trying to slap fight Garland to death, and Garland is winning.
It's not a good sign when you have to slap Garland.
No, it never is, and with that, Spellzapp gets taken out by Garland. It looks like this low-level magic is really giving them some trouble with getting Garland down early.
Yeah, I saw the early magic, and the first thing I thought was maybe they should just head to Provoca and look for something there. That was a possibility that came to my mind. But they're both going to give the Garland a shot here.
Yep, and ShadowWalker, being the first one to get a nice roll on his Ice 2, takes out Garland, successfully talks to the princess, and the king's got a chime for us. Meanwhile, the princess has got us the Oxyale.
I want the cube.
True, though I would say that the chime is a little trollier, because that means that the cube could be in Mirage Tower.
It could be, but they're probably not going to go to Mirage yet. I've seen decision between level 5 Mirage and Marsh Cave already in this tournament. It was Mirage Tower, but it was not a decision the runners wanted to make.
No, especially not with the kind of magic they're seeing currently.
No, not a chance.
Maybe if we had level 1 Fade or level 1 Nuke, but... Meanwhile, ShadowWalker getting some provisions before heading over to, looks like he's gonna go check Matoya. Meanwhile, Spellzapp trying to take on Garland still.
Matoya definitely a good play. We don't have the crystal yet, so we can't get the item from Matoya directly. Here's some imps. I don't know if you saw... Oh, imps have fire, too!
No!
We have dangerous imps!
And ShadowWalker says, nah, it's not worth the walk. I'm gonna go to Provoke.
Wow.
And Kaizokos are unrunnable.
That's not good. They're not a really good experience fight.
No, but if we don't find early money... Ooh, we got Elfland. That's a great early town to have.
That is. There's Ice 3,
Ice
so we got
3,
better
Fire
ice
3.
now.
Yeah, we have some actual sweepers at level 3 magic, and then we got level 3 Fade, so we got all the sweepers at level 3, except for Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke could be over at level 4, though, because we do have level 4 in this town. What are we going to find for weapons? Oh, that Katana got temple. Oh, he's trying to sell that, I guess.
Yep, going ahead and getting his early game money so that he can buy some of these sweepers, and I can't say that I blame ShadowWalker for this. Like, he may be looking to Dan that thief at some point, at which point he doesn't need a katana, and there's a second katana in the pool. So.
I was thinking the same thing, but there is also a gamble in that, because if he doesn't find any good weaponry for the fighter, then that katana might be the only thing that could help him with some of the attacks. We'll have to find out how that plays later on, but I can certainly understand the strategy of, as you put it, banning the thief.
And at level 4 white magic, we have got Life and Wall as a big spell.
Spellzapp making the trip up to Matoya, so he's trying to get by these spicy imps.
And now those imps are blowing their hot, breath right all over his party.
And they're very skull happy. He's decided, is he going to give it another try? He is going to give it another try. He might try to force his way through with a couple tents or cabins or something.
There we go. Dropping a save item so that he can reset if imps decide to be rude again.
That's a few steps away from the ship. He can make that back if he decides he has to reset out because he doesn't like what's here. So that is not a bad play. I like his placement there.
Absolutely, and those are some rather expensive gold bracelets. They could be worse, but they aren't great. Ooh, the defense sword! That's an amazing find on Spellzapp's side.
That's a great find.
Can't equip it yet, but it will cast Ruse, so if you're in a rough fight, you can use that to gain some nice evasion stacks on your melee.
And for Spellzapp, it was all over, but he got away.
Lucky, lucky. And Spellzapp about to go find him and Elfland and his level 3 and 4 magics.
And they just change places, high five on the sea, and ShadowWalker is ready to fade these imps if they show up.
Does he have level 3 spells yet, or is he not a high enough level for that?
Good point, he might not. No, I don't think
he did all runs except... Yeah, it looks like he did all runs except for an Ice 2, so I imagine he doesn't have level 3 charges yet.
Yeah, I think you're right, he doesn't have the charges yet, but I'm sure he still got the spells for later anyway.
Speaking of spells, ShadowWalker getting some good turn order and getting out an Ice 2 and taking out those imps before they can cast Fire 2 on him, cooling him right the heck off.
Not dropping a save, that's risky, but he got to the northern area where the asps and ogres and I think the odd creep shows up.
Yep, and now let's see what he thinks about the gear that he finds here. Yep, he's gonna equip that and make his way back out.
No question. Say goodbye to the witch and leave. I didn't catch what the spells were on Spellzapp side.
He's still in Elfland, so it's all stuff we already saw.
Yeah, I never saw the level 4, I don't think.
Oh, that's because there wasn't much of anything in level 4 Black Magic. There was Quake and Zap, which have their uses, but they're not nearly as exciting considering the other magic we found at Elfland.
Yeah, the level 3 magic, A, you're going to get more of it, and B, it's better.
Absolutely. And it looks like Spellzapp bought some iron armor? Maybe not. Yeah, he did. And ShadowWalke about to show us what Elfland is.
We know it's not going to be Elfland. It is going to be Lufane, and, well, just turn around and leave. No reason to be here yet.
And it looks like ShadowWalke saved way back up at Corneria, so he saves a lot of travel time with that reason.
And that's twice recently I've seen Lufane at, or Lupa at the Elfland location. Nice to have nothing to be able to acquire before going to the Marsh Cave.
Absolutely, and that's one of the big problems you can run into in this early game, is that because towns are shuffled, you might not have access to much early magic aside from level 1. They got lucky in that Elfland was here, but Elfland could have just as easily been floater locked, and they've been out at that level 3 and 4 magic until late game.
We found Honorak at the Mummin location, so our early siege shrine has come up. I think you and I were talking before the scene and before the call, and then I was mentioning how, or actually no, I think I was saying before the race even started, we could have an early Honorak, early siege shrine at Elfland, and an early Lufane at Provoca. We got those 2 towns, but one town shifted. We still got those same 2 towns. So there you go. We're seeing them early. Just one of them was at Melman, the other's at Elfland.
Yeah, and an early sea play did a lot of good for ShadowWalke last night. Looks like he's going to try for it again tonight.
Low level, but he's going to give it a shot. Found Iron Gauntlet.
Yeah, and those sea snakes have gone ahead and knocked out that thief right away. And they got Poison Touch.
Spellzapp finds a shark and leaves the shark, and ShadowWalke are going to probably find some gray sharks here, but for now, the unrunnable Wizard Sahag, Red Sahags fight, backside of the pirate fight.
Yep. Luckily, ShadowWalker's getting decent turn orders, so he was able to clear out a whole bunch of them right away. However, now his sweeper has been silenced because Red Sahags have mute.
Sorry, no magic for you.
Oh, and they've got Blaze!
We're gonna blaze you at the same time, sorry!
Those are some real hot Sahags tonight.
You didn't think that spell would work in the sea, but,
when the temperature's hot enough... Ooh, those are some cheap pro rings! Looks like Spellzapp went around and found Gaia. I'm not sure where he's at. Oh, Crescent Lake. Okay. Not bad. Pro rings, best hand armor you can get, and they protect against instant death, which is nice.
So you commented that ShadowWalke did well off of the sea play last night. I don't think that's going to happen tonight.
No, I think after seeing what's in that unrunnable pack, he might be noping out of there.
Yeah, something tells me that'll be the last place he goes now. He doesn't want to deal with that again for a while.
At least until he picks up a ribbon or 2.
Yeah. Or 3. Or a few levels.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it looks like Spellzapp's trying to take some fights off Power Cycle, see what he can pick up for some early XP.
We're going to see what Crescent Lake is. Get your guesses in chat, everyone.
It's Gaia. That's where Spellzapp's at.
Oh, I didn't see that. Didn't catch that was where he was. Good call.
Yep. Looks like we've got a troll/bull fight right off the early Power Cycle, so Spellzapp taking a couple of quick levels here. ShadowWalke not interested in sticking around Crescent Lake, and looks like he's going to head to the Vanilla Onrak location and see what that town is.
That's a lot of Kazokus.
It sure is, and he doesn't have much choice but to either reset out of them or take the fight, since they are unrunnable right now.
and they will remain that way. And Spellzapp gets the bulls out, only 75 points, but level 6.
Yeah, right around Crescent Lake can be some great early game XP. Can help jump you up to like level 6 or level 8 very quickly, which will help you keep moving on through the seed, especially if you have to go to some of the more dangerous locations to find progression.
So we have no canoe. We're kind of at a dead end right now until we find something there. Find one there. So he's going to head back to the ship. And where do you think he's going to go next? Just to Onrak?
That makes the most sense at this point, because, I mean, there's not much else that he can get by boat, unless he really wanted to try for that Mirage play.
Yeah, that's the only other possibility, and I don't see that being something he wants to do right now. He could also go back to Earth.
And it looks like we've got Melmond up at the Onrak location, and we've got level 5 Exit and level 5 Lit 3 for notable spell.
So we have not seen Provoke yet. That means that we know there's an item locked by the airship.
That's correct. We have not seen Provoca, and we haven't seen Crescent Lake, so there's actually two.
Oh, two, yes.
Yeah. 2 incentive locations locked behind the floater.
So odds are that airship is going to be 100% required tonight, unless those 2 items happen to be the Thor Hammer, the Power Bomb, or the Opal Bracelet, or something leading to those.
Exactly. So, in the meantime, ShadowWalker taking on some Cerebuses, gaining a little XP, hitting level 6 himself. Looks like ShadowWalker coming back and realizing, maybe he's not going to take magic. All right, just gonna.
We just saw level 5 Exit in there. I see Lit 3 at level 5.
Yeah, it's another good sweeper, and Exit is always good.
And the Night of the Ends, 100 Jill, and don't forget to make the Bedley leave. Ooh. That was a hard hit on Dang.
Oof, yeah, he went down hard. So I think ShadowWalker might be taking these encounters to get enough money to afford Exit.
Yeah, that would make sense, because Exit is something you want to get if you have the ability to get it.
Absolutely. Being able to just immediately leave a long dungeon, like, say, Ice Cave, or if you're, checking mermaids, it's extremely useful.
Yes, I agree. The usefulness of that cannot be understated. If you're going to take the minute or two to take that extra fight, if you're going to be able to save 3 or 4 minutes getting out of that dungeon quickly.
Absolutely. And it's not like he's, this is that bad for his XP either. He's already up to level 9 on those 3 characters.
We got synced up now, so that's the pause you saw on the one side there. We are seeing a Great Pete on Spellzapp's side, and we are no longer seeing a Great Pete on Spellzapp's side. He's over at the inn, going to save another night. This is an actual grind, yeah. He's doing a full grind here, it looks like.
Yeah, whereas with ShadowWalker, it looks like he was not trying to get money for Exit because he's peacing out. He was just trying to get a little early levels. And Crabcakes in chat mentioning that she would probably go to Mirage 1 and House Outside. It looks like that's the direction ShadowWalker's heading.
Spellzapp finding that the wings have the wings of our Staking Wings have poison, stinger.
That's annoying in that it's a time waster, and it's not especially dangerous.
No, it's just it just puts you under poison. It doesn't actually give you damage poison, which would be even worse.
Or stone poison, for that matter.
Yeah.
And yep, ShadowWalker has his chime, saw that mute Blaze pack in C, and is just like, nah, get me to Mirage Tower.
Spellzapp is done with his grind. I don't know if he actually picked up Exit or if he was just doing a level grind like it looked like he might have been.
Yeah, it looks like he took an early grind, and it looks like he's going back up to Onrak to check C.
this could be possible. He's gonna probably be met with some really rude news, though.
So far, the most exciting things we've found in Mirage are a silver helmet and a wear sword.
Oh, Green is protected now. He has a cloth.
I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, flame armor and a ribbon. Those
Ribbon.
are both great finds. And ice armor.
And the ice armor, yeah.
So the ribbon only has one absorb, but gives you resistance to every type of magic element, so it's considered the best helmet in the game because of that. And fire and ice armor give resistances to their respective element, and also have really good absorb for this level.
ShadowWalke can walk that out and save, and I should note we don't have the exit charges yet, so that could have been why Spellzapp was grinding. Maybe he wanted to have an exit charge saved up, so that might be what the grind was for.
That very well could be the case. I don't think ShadowWalker even bought exit.
I don't think he did either. Oh, there goes. So was that a damage? Was that damage kill?
It may have been. So it looks like Spellzapp swerved us and decided to check Earth Cave.
I suggest this could be a possibility earlier. He is going to go with the Earth Cave play instead of Sea Shrine, which at his level I don't blame him.
Ooh, mummies have Invis too. That's annoying.
That's extremely annoying, but at least we still got him down quickly.
Yeah, luckily we've got that Harm 3, which will clear him up pretty quickly.
Can't hide from being harmed. Hey, Coral Sword.
Yeah, that's the best sword the thief can equip at this level. ShadowWalker finding the Invis 2 on a 9-pack of mummies, but he's got Fire 3, and that's gonna do a great job of clearing these guys out.
But Invis 2 on a 9-pack is a lot worse, because you have to wait for that Invis 2 charge to go through every single enemy repeatedly.
It certainly is. However, the XP he got off that, jumping his party up to level 9, is certainly...
Spellzapp is finding a unrunnable Ogre-Green Ogre fight. That is not runnable. But he seems to be done with his Earth Cave grind, his early Earth Cave grind. Wasn't doing a lot, he missed the first 4 checks.
ShadowWalker just found a second ribbon in greater than less than room, as well as the Zeus Gauntlet, so that he's got a little more sweeping power. And he found a loose canoe.
We were talking before the race. I mentioned the canoe in that room in another race where we had to go to Sky to Mirage for progression. That's the I think that's even almost the exact same chest, maybe 1 or 2 chests over from where it was in that race. So that canoe likes to show up in Mirage Tower apparently.
Yeah, now let's hope for ShadowWalker's sake that he doesn't run into something nasty that stops him from being able to walk it out. So far, it looks like he's in good shape.
I haven't seen too much nasty in Mirage Tower. That was likely going to be a safe walk anyway.
Yep, ShadowWalker successfully makes it out, and he's got a canoe. So, let's say you're ShadowWalker right now. Where do you go next? Personally, just because of proximity, I might think about going to Ordeals.
Yeah, you took it right out of my mouth. I was thinking the same thing, because that is a place where we can just clean it out right now. There's no quote-unquote boss, just whatever replaces zombie dragons on the trap tile at the end. And get some items, hopefully get a set of item, maybe something loose, and get out of there.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Spellzapp is now diving the sea.
And he's going to find some rooted information here very shortly, I think.
Oh, Gray Sharks were unrunnable. I missed that earlier.
I don't know if we saw that yet, but that is definitely not good news. Not what we were thinking about, but still not good news. They also don't take a lot of damage from ice, too.
No, but they took enough.
And Dang has been banned. And after that healing, we're gonna probably find their Sahags right now, the red Sahags. Nope, more gray sharks.
More larger
Unrunnable
pack
trio.
of unrunnable ones.
Yeah, they appear with the other ones, and they still remain unrunnable.
And just like we were thinking, ShadowWalker heading to Ordeals.
Not talking to the sage in the front. It takes a second or so to have him disappear. But at least it's a quick walk out. You don't have to go around him on the way out.
ShadowWalker saw these mummies casting Invis too and wants to run away as fast as possible now. Not waste
He doesn't want any part of that, no question. He found his way back to the 4-pillar section, already checked one pillar, it just looped around on itself, so now pillar number 2, I believe this is. Once he finishes getting through these Invis 2 mummies. We get it, you want to be invisible. Oh, that one loops back too. Interesting. Oh, there's the zombie dragons that are normally at the end. Now, Spellzapp is exit, so if he finds anything good here, he's going to be able to get out of here very quickly.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the main benefits of getting something like Exit, is you don't have to walk back out of Mermaids.
And since he has not seen the red Sahags yet, I wonder if he's going to... There's the Masamune.
Masamune.
That's in the normal... That's the normal incentive area in Mermaid's Floor.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's going to be a massive, massive advantage for Spellzapp if ShadowWalker doesn't end up coming here.
Yeah, if ShadowWalker skips this floor, that's going to be huge for Spellzapp, giving him a good chance to even this series. And we don't have a score on our screen, but it is 1-0 for ShadowWalker in this series. So Spellzapp is on his tournament life right now. So yeah, we're going to have to see if Spellzapp takes a gamble on walking it out, knowing that he can get some experience on the way down, therefore wants to get that experience and runs into those red Sahags and gets wiped out on the way. And has to come back to that Masamune later if he wants it. So we'll have to see if he takes that gamble or if he just uses Exit. I would just use Exit.
It looks like he's walking out, though.
Yeah, this is a bit of a gamble. I'd come back and grind later.
So, aside from the Masa, we didn't find much progression there, and ShadowWalker's found a bottle.
Oh, wait.
We've already seen Gaia at Crescent Lake, so that's another check.
He can't exit. The white mage is down.
Oh, yeah, well, that would make it very hard to cast Exit then.
Yeah, that would make it really hard. So, yeah, he is going to want to get that out as quickly as possible.
Luckily, his melee wizard is doing real damage to these gray sharks with that Masa.
Not often you get to see that play, huh?
Not at all. And ShadowWalker successfully makes it out of Ordeals and is probably going to head over to Gaia at the Crescent Lake location to check what that bottle gives.
This is going to be the most buffed up black mage you've ever seen.
Yeah, he's been drinking his protein shakes, getting swole.
For 3, still no Sahags, I don't think, or Wizard Red Sahags, I should say, for Spellzapp. He might get out of here without seeing the place.
Crabcakes in chat pointing out that not only was the wizard down, or the white mage down, but Spellzapp also hasn't gotten to level 12 on that white mage, so wouldn't have had charges of Exit anyway.
Good call, good call. And housing market is cheap today, so it looks like we're going to get a select inventory of those.
Looks like ShadowWalker's actually going to check and see if the vendor item is in its vanilla location, and also check Waterfall, which makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense, I agree. And ShadowWalker doing the Waterfall check first, it looks like.
And our vendor item is also floater lock, so that unless all 3 of our our trash items are in are floater locked, we're gonna find a floater at some point.
This is gonna be interesting.
Jonathan Yoshi asking if someone checked Oasis. Yes, ShadowWalker just checked the Oasis, which is why we were commenting on it.
He's also checking the waterfall right now. We have not seen any of those bonk items yet, as we refer to them. Some of them are whammy items. There's a gas dragon, by the way. Nice to see that guy wander around out here, just in the waterfall.
Yep, ShadowWalker fully happy to take this fight, considering they are worth massive amounts of experience.
Something like at least a couple thousand easy. I'll look that up because I have the chart next to me here.
Yep, just gave 1,300 to each of his party members. Now that's inflated a little bit because of the way we have the randomizer set, and getting an extra 5% bonus per key item he's found, but still, it's a great fight to take.
Yeah, 4,068 total, split between whoever's alive.
Ooh, metal slimes. This could be a really good spike tile if they're not hitting too hard for gaining some quick levels.
Spellzapp is going to make his way for 3. I'm waiting for him to run into those red Sahags and for Blaze to come out.
And we got a loot at the waterfall, which, while not technically going to help us progress right now, is great to see because a loose loot can lead to a real wild goose chase, so that can be in any chest outside of the Temple of Fiends Revisit.
A loose loot is not fun to have to deal with, so yeah, having that loot narrows down where some of your checks have to be for other items you need.
Yep. And it looks like ShadowWalker, despite getting ambushed this time, is going to go ahead and take this slime fight when he did not take it the first time.
I was thinking further that loose loot could have been... was it loose or was it from the robot?
No, it was from the robot.
Oh, from the robot, yeah, okay.
I was just commenting that if it were loose, then it could be anywhere.
Yeah, and that's something you don't like seeing loose, so if you want to... even if it were loose, you're happy to come across it sooner rather than later.
McFruit in chat asking if Spellzapp could potentially beat Kraken right now, and Crabcake's pointing out, absolutely. He's got Defense, he's got Masamune, he's got Fade Nice 3s, he's got plenty of stuff to work with.
Yeah, he is, I don't think this is just an item dig. He's going down to take out the Monster Octopus while he's here. He's not going to waste any time on this. He wants some early levels from Sea Shrine, take those up somewhere else.
Yeah, and it seems to be working out for him. He's already getting into the mid-teens on some of his characters.
I'm still waiting for those red Sahags to make a statement.
Yeah, Spellzapp might be on the encounter table and get lucky. Ooh, loose adamant. That could absolutely be something. We haven't seen, what's coming from the dwarves yet. So.
Well, it is definitely something. We just don't know what that something is until, our nice friend, the dwarf, decides to carve it into something for us. It could just be a floater for all we know.
Could be a floater, or it could be a, probably Thor hammer is the one we'd be least happy to find at this time.
And more likely for him to carve, because it's a weapon.
Yeah, if only it worked that way.
Indeed. And most of those rock gulls have been faded from existence. One just hung on a little bit and got a shot at Dan, who took some damage.
Yep, but that was a great fight for Spellzapp's XP.
That's a good grind tower early on, too, I think.
Yeah, not bad at all.
We are going to leave that behind and move on to other business.
Yep, still got other chests to check. Light Axe isn't a bad find. It can be really helpful in Earth Cave.
Yeah, the Ice Sword is normally a good find as well, but we have some good weaponry already, so it just seems kind of blah at this point. And that's an Ogre Trap Tile with Hyenas.
Not much of a trap tile, to be honest.
No, not really. And here we are on 401. There are no chests on this floor. This tells me he is indeed doing the fight on Kraken right now. The water have ice too. I repeat, the water have ice too. That is going to make Temple Fiend Revisited interesting.
Yeah, and they're unrunnable. ShadowWalker getting a crystal from turning in the bottle, so
they also have
quest
sleep.
chain continues. Wow, those waters are just rude.
Those waters are packing today. That was close to being a sleep lock. Get a much bigger pack. Get a much bigger pack of those, casting some sleep and ice 2 together, and I can see some wipes from them. And go ahead, you're gonna ask me something.
Yeah, do you think ShadowWalker is going to hit Ice Cave before swinging around to turn in his crystal?
Ooh. I might do the crystal first, just in case it's the floater.
Yeah, it's tough because, I mean, proximity has him, like, right here next to Ice Cave, and that is another incentive location.
Yeah.
Drabalord asking who we need to win to see a Game 3. If you want to see a Game 3, then you need to be rooting for Spellzapp, because currently it is 1-0 ShadowWalker.
Now that I see where he is, yeah, I think Ice Cave is better play for him at this point.
He's not going to Ice Cave, though. It looks like he's parking there and walking up to see Matoya.
A very interesting play. Let's move our attention over to Spellzapp, who has just entered the final room and is doing some healing, showing all sorts of respect to a monster who can easily kill you with something. And release the Kraken. At 34 minutes and 52 seconds, we have pulled the Kraken fight. And magic coming out. It looks like wall being used immediately. Kraken just absolutely slaughtered
that fighter.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow, that, and forget the wall. That's not going to do anything now.
Yep, time for Zap Strat.
Kraken is punching today. And he immediately does not know what to do. He is trying to figure out a strategy without that fighter. And I don't know if he has one.
Yeah, just hope this Zap hits. Oh, and Kraken's got Blaze! Oh, so no!
Taking a page from the red Sahegs, or is it the other way around?
Great question. And we got a crown from Matoya.
This is gonna be a wipe. Unless he has low HP, this is gonna be a wipe.
Arm 3, which... not gonna do anything. Well,
no.
Zap still has about a 10% chance
702!
So it's not nothing. Oh no, we're out of Zaps too? Oh, unless this Quad X hits, we're done. And we get knocked out.
Yeah, it's not gonna get fired. Not gonna get fired. One hit KO on everyone, starting with the correct party member of the fighter.
That is a nasty, nasty fish.
That is a squid that you hang on the wall if you can get it out. And now he faces the Siege Food Party Pack as he re-enters and loses 2 party members instantly.
Imps also have Frost if you get past the Fire 2.
Oh my.
Yeah, ShadowWalker fully abandoning his boat and just walking over to turn in the crown. This is actually a play I really like. I don't think he's bothered to save this whole time, so that if this turns out to be nothing, he can just reset back to his boat by Ice Cave.
I don't think he checked Matoya either, did he?
No, he did. Matoya turned into the crown. He's
okay.
going to turn the crown in at Astos.
And he hasn't checked the dwarf either, so he can check the dwarf. Oh, maybe he did. I didn't think he did, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If he did, it wasn't anything important.
If he did, he checked it really quickly because I didn't see it. So what does Astos have? Astos has the rod. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. Did he just cancel out without saving it?
He certainly did. I'm guessing he figures that since he knows where the rod is, he can come back later when he's got floater.
More for knowledge at this point. Interesting play. Maybe he just doesn't want to take the fight right now and want to know what was here so he can plan around it.
Well, He did so much overworld walking that he reset all the way back to over by Provoca when he was down at Astos. So he's back to before he even turned in the crystal at this point.
Yeah. And I still don't remember what the crystal had on it because I didn't see it.
The
But,
crystal turned into the
I guess
crown, which is why he was going to Astos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said that. Good. I forgot that immediately. Good call.
Oh, there's those blaze sahags causing problems on the open sea.
Spellzapp still hasn't seen him.
Yeah, but I think he got hit with an even worse blaze, to be honest.
Yeah, he got hit with... actually, it wasn't even a blaze that took him out. It was a one-hit insta-kill punch to the fighter, and yeah, that ruined the entire fight for him.
Yeah, that was real bad luck.
Like, that could be what ShadowWalke needs, because Spellzapp has the advantage with the Maz Moon, but with ShadowWalke not having that, this kind of loss from Spellzapp to a Fiend is exactly what helps ShadowWalke right now. And here's a pack of seafood, which, well, killed the Black Mage instantly. I didn't see damage on that. Was that Death Touch?
I missed it, unfortunately.
Death Touch is nasty if that's what it was. There, Spellzapp's gonna get some good information right now. He's probably not gonna want to stay around. There,
right
eat a
off the bat.
blaze.
Oh,
Eat
he got
blaze.
turn ordered so bad. Oh god, 3 in a
Here,
row. Good
have a third
night.
one. He stares at the screen and probably typing something in the chat right now. Look at this saying, nope, don't like it. He's probably just thinking, what do I do now? I got to Kraken before, I never saw this, and now this comes out. Now I don't know what to do.
Ugh, we got unrunnable wraiths and images in Ice Cave. That could be bad.
By the way, Spellzapp has not put in a forfeit. He was just thinking about what to do there. I didn't even interrupt you.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect that Spellzapp would forfeit. That's not his style. He's just trying to decide if he wants to go back in or not. And it looks like he's at the very least going to go try and grab that adamant out of there.
Yeah, he has... I didn't see what level he is, but he might have the spell charge to be able to get out once he gets the adamant, so that may be what he's trying to do here. Oh, the Vorpal's there. I don't know if you saw that before.
I missed it. But,
yeah,
I mean,
so the
he's got Masa already, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly. You don't need Vorpal. As I anger the Culture chat.
ShadowWalke finding his own seafood party pack in the Ice Cave at the Vanilla Mage Spike time.
There's 12A6 gold, and we can't use the warp trick to check the chest, so we're going to have to go through this the hard way.
Unrunnable zombies and trolls.
And that's a trap tile. Let's do it twice.
Yeah, but that's not too bad. He's got enough levels on him that they're going to go down pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a time waster, though.
A little bit, but they're also worth an okay amount of XP. You don't hate that tile too much.
1,300 gold isn't really worth the second trip, though, so, oh well.
You never know until you check.
Spellzapp looks like he picked up what he was looking for and is walking it out, because I guess he doesn't have that exit charge now that he took a wipe and lost a few levels.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Most of the levels he got were from that dive.
The good news is that the red sahags are not a very frequent encounter today. I remember them being more frequent in other
speaking
situations.
of spike tile,
that is a trap tile.
That is the 3-eye tile. That is the highest density XP tile in the game. I would not be surprised to see ShadowWalke take this a couple times.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while.
I don't know that we'll be here for a while, but we're definitely going to take a couple loops.
While is a relative term. I actually have the number in front of me right now. It is 3,225 per eye, and they are squishy. So that is a lot of XP that they were able to get from that.
Absolutely. Oh wow, he only took it the one time. I'm a little surprised by that.
That is very surprising.
Yep. Crabcake's agreeing with the decision. She's says she would not bother grinding there either. And I guess that makes sense, especially in ShadowWalke's position where he doesn't have exit. You gotta worry that something dangerous might be lurking around the corner you are in Ice Cave.
That is a very good point. We still have to get to the lower floor. He might do another one on the way out, but other than that, yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Crabcake's also pointing out that because you're fighting another top-tier runner like Spellzapp, you just don't have time to take to do a stationary grind. You gotta take your levels as they come. Bong780 in chat asking if ShadowWalke has exit. We do not believe that he does. I believe he was too short of money when he found it and didn't bother to buy it.
So Spellzapp is going to give Kraken another try here. He's going to see if he can... Then remember, the knight was at the bottom of the party before, at the back row, and Kraken just assaulted the back row. So, yeah, as long as that random RNG doesn't show up again and the fighter can survive a turn or two, he might have a better chance at Kraken. But that blaze, that could really change things.
In the meantime, ShadowWalke pulling a slab out of the incentive chest in Ice Cave. So we can head over to Melmon, get that translated, and turn it in at Lethane, which is over in Elfland.
Yeah, that's another item we can get off of our agenda there, a two-step process.
Yeah, it's a lot of running around, though.
Spellzapp now getting his adamant. I guess he wanted to walk out the Vorpal before, but now he has the exit charge, and that's why he went to save, because he wanted the exit charge. So he got to level 12, walked out, saved, went back in to get the adamant, exited immediately. He's off to turn that in.
Yeah, and that's super smart at this point, after finding out how dangerous C is.
Well, yeah, not really C in general, but just the red Sahags and Kraken are both horrible. So he was already going to debate whether to go back to Kraken, but you saw how long he paused after that red Sahag triple blaze white. Do I really want to do this? He really thought about that.
He certainly did. And we got some lazy dwarves.
The laziest
turning into TNT.
The laziest of dwarves. One dwarf carves the TNT, and the other one blows something up.
Oh, an herb. So we've got fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest.
Well, this helps with experience grinding, because every item they get is an extra 5%.
It certainly does. But yeah, that's a quick 3 extra items for an extra 15% XP.
Or if you count the herb in a minute, getting something.
Potentially. The herb could be one of our bonk items.
And we haven't seen any of those yet, so the odds are getting higher that the bonk items are there. And at the same time, they could be locked by the airship as well at this point.
They certainly could. We do have 3 key items at this point locked by floater. Edge, we already found the crystal, and it was not there.
Alright, we are at Elfland Castle right now, which is in the middle of Lufane, we now know, and the herb will release the prince. What will the prince
There's
give us?
the floater!
Give us the flying rock!
So that early C is required, most likely required, because that floater is locking 3 other items. We still haven't seen the key, which we need in order to finish the game, and we still haven't seen the cube.
Not necessarily early C, because we know that Volcano was doable. We know that Earth with the rod from Astos is doable. So early C, it doesn't necessarily have to be an early C, but we know that going to C to get the adamant most likely is a requirement.
This also means that it's likely ShadowWalker's gonna last location that that item at this point, because he already went into sea, got blazed out of it, and gave up on it.
Wait, does Spellzapp not have the canoe?
Crabcake, slab cannot be the rod turn-in because the rod was from the crown, which was from the crystal.
No, I'm just checking the inventory. Spellzapp does not have the canoe. He cannot get that floater turned into the airship yet.
No, he has not been to Sky yet, or Mirage.
Yeah.
But he's also running out of places to check, so I think he's on his way there right now.
Yeah, different advantages everywhere, and getting that canoe out of Sky is going to be the thing that starts to unlock the seed for him. And he has poison. And look, steak and wings! I guess he already had dinner. Here, have a second helping.
Now Spellzapp's gonna be super happy to find his pair of ribbons and his canoe.
Question chat, where is, and this was answered, but where is Onrak? Onrak is located at the Malmwood location, and needless to say, we now know, having already seen it on Spellzapp's side, that Kraken is a punching machine today. Took out the knight in one shot, and then systematically took out Spellzapp's entire party and wasted about 4 minutes of his time.
Meanwhile, ShadowWalker has regained his rod, and, well, we'll see where he goes from here. There is still a third loose item, and it could be the key. Or the cube. Or garbage, who knows?
ShadowWalker may just decide to do Earth.
That's true, we still haven't seen the ruby either. And ruby leads to 2 more unlocks.
So Spellzapp going to come upon greater than less than room, which is that room he's walking next to right now. Why do we call it that? Well, look at the chest and you'll see what they look like.
Oh wow, those vampires rolled a little beefy. Over 100 damage on some of those harm hits, and they survive.
So you're saying that we may have a bit of a beefy speed bump today?
Ooh, Vanilla Cube. That could be bad for ShadowWalker.
Oh boy. And Spellzapp getting his ribbon from, the second ribbon from the greater than less than room, or less than greater than room.
Looks like ShadowWalker is heading towards the volcano at this point.
Based on what we know, this is probably a better play.
I would say based on what we know it's the wrong play. The play he needs to make is to go back to C, but...
So that's what I mean. We know that C is a horrible place to be right now.
Well, no, but it's where ShadowWalker needs to go to get his adamant, which turns into his floater.
Yeah, that's what he needs, but he's gonna... Like I said, because we can clear Earth and we can clear Volcano without needing that, I can see him possibly going and doing that before going back to sea with the extra levels to make sure he can take out Kraken.
True, but it could also lead to just being a huge waste of time because of how many incentivized items he can't check without getting that floater.
Yes, and it does limit his experience gain as well because that's 4 items taken right off the table.
Certainly is.
So that would be an advantage for Spellzapp if it stays that way.
Well, Spellzapp's going to have a momentum advantage pretty quickly because he'll be getting in the sky shortly.
Now this could just be an armory check as well. Spellzapp may leave after this and come back later with the airship, so we'll see what he ends up deciding to do here.
Or ShadowWalker,
this could just be a check in the second floor. ShadowWalker, yeah. Did I say Spellzapp?
Yeah.
And the trap tile here is 4 red dragons. They moved up a few floors. They have toxic.
Ooh, that's rude.
But one gets faded. More Toxic comes out.
Luckily, they rolled relatively low on health, considering a single fade and a Zeus Gauntlet took them out. But because that's brutal. Not grinding on that.
Yeah, we're not going to grind on Toxic. No, they're Toxic happy today. That ribbon, thankfully, was protecting two of them.
Yep, 2 ribbons and a pro ring, keeping him safe.
Mm-hmm. Ice Shield.
Yep. So he's going ahead and popping on the flame armor and the ice shield to give him a couple of extra resists.
Spellzapp picking up one of those cheap pro rings. Not going to mind the $12 chainmail right on the other shelf.
Nope. And heading over to check and see what Old Man Sarda's got for us today.
We never know that Spellzapp was in the air, but Spellzapp was in the air. So let's see what Sarda has. It is a key. That opens a lot of locations to check to loose.
It certainly does, and that also means that we, as the commentators, are now in no mode. We know where everything is that they need in order to complete this seed.
And I don't think any of it is airship locked.
I mean, Sarda could be, depending on the location of the ruby.
True. In fact, it's looking likely the ruby, if it's not loose, could be in one of those airship lock locations.
It certainly could be, yeah. If the ruby is in one of those airship lock locations, then yeah, that would mean... Oh, Power Bonk from the Pirates.
That was the Power Bonk. And this is one of the airship lock locations. And there's the ruby. So yeah, floater is required to get to Sarda. It's required to get to Sarda in one way or the other, either with or without the ruby. That means we probably have a bonk item behind the ruby.
Yeah, it's either going to be that or it's going to be the tail.
True, jail could be there.
Ooh, level 2 warp, that would have been nice.
Yeah, we could have used that a long time ago.
So it might be too early to call it, but this is 2 nights in a row where an early seed play has been may have been decisive in the result of the race.
We're going to find out. It's a very, very dangerous seed to be in. As ShadowWalke decided he wanted no part of it, Spellzapp took the play and got the adamant fetch quest chain that led to very, very much usefulness, and a lot of potential quick experience came from all the items, not to mention putting himself into a situation where he has almost everything he needs. So he is definitely in a good position right now. Might be gonna check this item right now to see what is here. Let's see if this is a bonk item. I'm gonna say it's the Opal Curio. Nope, it's the Thor Hammer. I was close.
Yep. And also a second katana. Don't imagine ShadowWalke is gonna find that katana.
Yeah, I don't imagine we're gonna need that second katana either, so that's nothing really lost for him there. And Spellzapp is going to make the Ice Cave play. Definitely a good play at this time. What was here again?
This was the bottle? No, that was in Ordeals.
Slab.
Slab, that's what it was, Slab. Meanwhile, ShadowWalke taking on Carrie.
Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone rating from our Speed Gaming 4 channel. I'm imagining that came from the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily spoiler log race that was coming over from over there. Not the daily, but the spoiler log race that happened over there.
Carrie's rolled beefy. We have had Quad X miss 3 times already. But we have Carrie paralyzed, so she's not able to do a whole lot.
Carrie being paralyzed is not a bad thing for us.
No, and especially with how beefy she is.
Yeah, she's very beefy. Like, nothing is really hitting for a lot of damage here, so keeping carry sitting still is a good thing for us. Oh, XX
Finally erased. Just took 4 quad X's.
And that only hits when you're at 300 or less HP, so when you're chipping away the HP very slowly like that, that is not a bad spell to try.
No, not at all. And with that, ShadowWalker's lit his first orb.
That's our first orb of the night.
Yeah, I thought Spellzapp already had one, but I forgot, like, what the Sea Shrine just kind of gave him the business.
Yeah, it was an attempt to light the sea orb, but he got blazed. So that is why that didn't get lit. And because that was our first orb of the night, that's our requisite orb. Spellzapp about to find the lovely, lovely trap tile down here. And since he's in a good position, I wonder if he's going to grind here.
I would imagine not at this point.
But he gets the news. Obviously, he's going to fight this one, no questions asked.
Oh yeah, you don't run from the 3 eyes unless you've found that they're running something real nasty.
So we have 3 party members here. Let's see what each eye is going to give him in this case. 1,800 per eye per party member that is alive. And he is leaving it. And the sorcerer is much less experience.
ShadowWalker's making the play. He's going back into sea. Oh, nope, he's checking magic. I'm wrong.
He may simply go back to sea. Might just see what the magic is. Harm 4 and life 2! Life 2 at level 7!
But it's White Mage learnable. He doesn't have to promote for it. And yes, he is going into sea. Okay, this is great news for ShadowWalker.
He's just gonna hope he doesn't run into those Blaze Red Sahegs. I think the way that they're casting Blaze tonight, they will still take him out if they get turn order.
Yeah, and so the question becomes, if he finds that Adamant, does he just exit out? Or does he continue down into sea? I'm thinking he's going to continue down to try and kill the Kraken at this point.
He will, and I think he has higher levels. If I'm not mistaken, he might have better luck, but it's still going to be a slog. There's the Blaze Red Sahegs. Go for the turn order. You need to get the turn order. Oh, that's a whammy.
That's even worse.
Bum.
Yep.
So,
doesn't make much of a difference when you're getting hit with that many blazes.
So, that was not a good shoot. We're going to do take number 2. Let's roll again. Action! Some tells you the Red Sahegs know who is winning this series.
Yeah, so ShadowWalker's sold his katana. He's probably not going to do Mermaid side, so he's not going to get the Masamune. And he's skipping the Vorpal chest.
That's a lot of lost equipment.
Yeah, he's probably gonna, like, use the defense sword and, you know, hope to get the power bonk.
Because he's having the trouble with the Red Sahegs, he might skip the Adamant chest.
It's possible. It would be bad for him, but it's possible.
Yeah, it would be very bad, but very possible. These two are you just walking right by. You check them if you walk by. Those would have been convenient for the Adamant chest. But let's see what he does, because this is before the Adamant is on, and this is where it's going to matter if he skips or
he's going just for the greed chest. This is real bad for ShadowWalker.
This is really bad. Not even doing the 4th chest, obviously, because he doesn't want to hit the trap tile. So this is going to be very, very bad.
Yeah, because he's been skipping a lot of chests at this point.
Hey, if you skip too many chests... Go ahead.
Apparently he skipped a bunch in Volcano as well, so...
Yeah, and if you skip that many chests, it's gonna come back to bite you.
Well, Catman being rude to Spellzapp as he makes his way over to Ordeals.
Now, while he is skipping the chest here, at the same time, in a way, you can't blame him. He knows he has some trouble here, but at the same time, you have to keep in mind your opponent's going to likely have the same trouble. So, if it's something that a runner at your skill level is having trouble with, someone else at your skill level is still going to have trouble with it too. You can't let something like that deter you into making decisions that may end up being race-costing decisions. And again, I can justify him doing all these skips because he knows there's horrible stuff in here. He wants to get to Crack and get this done as quickly as possible. But he's going to get to Crack and he's going to realize, you know what, that's not going to work.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, ShadowWalke about to pull the big fish.
Yep, the Spellzapp was not that successful with it, but will ShadowWalke be luckier? Let's release the Kraken yet again. And 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 13 seconds he cues that fight. Zeus Gauntlet puts to use very, very weak damage. Lit 3 does get out for 116. And there's the one-hit KO punch on Arena. White Mage is the first to go.
And now we've got another Zeus Gauntlet, some more Lit 3, another
That's
cast
good
of
damage.
defense. Kraken's already missing, which is good to see.
Yeah, he chose the wrong party member to kill first, so that didn't work well for him and terminated.
Good night.
So will he go back and check the chest is the question. He's going back and at least, well, I thought I was going to use the end, but he's recovering the White Mage because that's important. That's our life caster at some point. And he is going to save out here instead of using the inn, and he is going to head over to Earth Cave.
Yep.
Will he come back and check chest when he's done? Will he come back and check chest later is the question.
I don't think he's going to check chests until he gets through Sky and realizes he still doesn't have a key.
I don't think you need the key to get through Sky. There might be the odd
He doesn't need the key to get
there.
through it, but he's going to get through Sky, have all his orbs lit, and realize he doesn't have the key. And it's something that he skipped.
Is it possible this is just an item management error?
No. This is something ShadowWalker's been known to do. He says he likes to play fast and loose. And even when he has a loose item around, he will sometimes start skipping chests, gambling that loose item isn't something he needs.
So the more thorough item checker is very often going to be the one who comes out ahead if the items are located in areas that ShadowWalke is not prone to check. There's the Egg Sword in Castle for Deals and the bottle for Spellzapp, also in Castle for Deals. ShadowWalke is checking the Earth chest. He must have decided this is where he wants to start his chest check, and then he can go back and check the other ones later.
But he's not checking all of them. He's already skipping the other ones on this floor.
Good point, yeah. Our loose tail could be in there for all we know, if it is a loose tail. And now he has to drag a couple statues around. That's not good. That's damage stone. Touchstone.
Yep. Stone touch. Not what you want to see from spiders.
And it's the arachnids. It's always the arachnids that have something. Two seeds in a row, they had damage poison on them. Now it's stone touch. We're gonna get to see what the bottle is. If we haven't already seen it. What was it?
We did. I'm trying to remember.
It was a loose tail.
Yep, so now we've seen all the loose items. ShadowWalke still doesn't know that he hasn't found the the adamants, and that's what he needs in order to get his floater. This is the crystal? Yeah, the crystal for the bottle. Which leads to the crown to the rod.
Yeah. And that rod is necessary to complete Earth Cave, which is where ShadowWalke is right now. I'm assuming he's gone ahead and done that fetch quest himself. I think Spellzapp just got the information before he never actually saved it.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp buying a couple of gold bracelets. They're expensive, but they're worth it for your mages.
Valkyrie's knowing in chat that she thinks that ShadowWalke will get the Mazamoon now because he's probably going to check the mermaids before he goes downstairs to get the adamant.
Danny ragging on us in chat for not checking her notes because she's doing such a lovely job of taking them for us. Admittedly, we deserve all of that razzing because we are not checking the lovely notes that she's taking for us.
And there's the rod for Spellzapp right now, and this time he'll take the fight. As Asto's going to be dangerous today. 95% of the time he isn't. And this is one of those 95%.
Yeah, it was actually ShadowWalke who reset out of this fight earlier.
Oh, I thought Spellzapp got this information earlier. My mistake.
Nope.
Pro ring. Now, it's nice to have, but it's not what he wants. What he wants is the Sea Shrine. And Spellzapp trying to park on the mountain. That's going to ruin the underside a little bit.
Yeah, it'll scrape some of the paint off.
Checking the Oasis item. We know that the Oasis item is not an Oasis item. It is a cabin.
He already knows that he already got his ruby, so he's just stocking up on some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The ruby was the for sale item in Provoca.
Yep. I'm just thinking ShadowWalker's going to do a full sky clear before he goes back to Sea Shrine at this point.
That's what it's looking like.
And if he had just checked the chest of Sea Shrine, he'd be able to go mode this right now.
Yeah, not being able to go mode Earth is rough.
Well, that and Sea Shrine, that's a lot of time saved. No, not Sea Shrine, Sky Palace. That's a lot of time that could have potentially been saved.
Certainly.
Now, with that said, he's not going to get the... We'll have to see if he goes to Sky Palace before going back to Sea Shrine. I assume he will, which means that that's a lot of equipment that he could get, but there's already enough equipment that we don't need anything to Sky Palace at this point, unless the third ribbon is there.
I mean, at this point, we've seen every sword except Excal.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, we've got Lich up on ShadowWalker's side, which rumor has it is a boss.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
Did you say he just saw a boss?
I said rumor has it that Lich is a boss.
I didn't see anything. He just walked in, the room flashed, and he lit his orb.
To be fair, Lich did survive a high roll fade.
Oh yeah, I'll give him that.
Better than Lich usually gets these days. Meanwhile, Spellzapp about to go find his loot from the Robot.
Here's the one advantage that ShadowWalker has. He has 3 orbs, but he has time to go back and check chests. Spellzapp is doing all the clearing of chests right now. He's going to be going back to get the orbs. This can still be close.
It certainly could, though Spellzapp's going to be able to just go straight through those dungeons like a lightning bolt.
Well, he still has to go to the Earth and find his tail loose there before he can actually go mode everything. So he is still going to check chests until it's that point.
Not
When he gets the
necessarily.
tail-
He's got a Masa and he's got a fighter. He's just going to
Well,
leave
he's-
Deng down.
Well, here's the question: does he have everything else that he needs to beat the game at this point?
The only thing he's missing at this point is the cube, and he's got his slab translated. He just has to go turn it in.
So yeah, he's either gonna have to find that loose tail, or he's gonna have to get that cube before he can make that decision on whether to go mode at this point. That's just my take on this. But once he decides once he has this cube and he decides he's good, then he can just go mode from there and not even worry about that tail.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's got 2 ribbons and he's got a Masa. He's not gonna give a care about
Here's the
tail
cube.
once he gets his cube.
Here's the cube. He's gonna go dungeon diving. I think I'm just gonna say, pending what Spellzapp does here, at 1 hour, 13 minutes, 35 seconds, Spellzapp may be in go mode.
No, I mean Spellzapp is in go mode. He's got all the items he needs to beat the game at this point. Whether he chooses to continue checking chests is another thing.
Yeah, it depends on if he keeps checking chests, and that's when we can say for sure he's in go mode or not. And
yeah, he's not even checking the armory. He is in super
go
mode.
He's go moding it. So now we can definitely say that he is in go mode.
Crabcakes in chat pointing out the fact that ShadowWalke is re-diving Earth for the chest that he skipped makes it that much more likely that he re-dives Sea.
That's
and
a
gets
good point.
His adamant and floater.
Yeah, as soon as he finds that adamant there, he's going to probably get out of there quickly.
Yeah. And yeah, he's done with Earth now, so he's heading back. Yeah, so this is still really close.
This can still be a race. If he redives C, Spellzapp will have the time to at least get 2, maybe 3 orbs when he zips through them. That's about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes easily. But how quickly ShadowWalke can get to that adamant, get it out, and get back to Sky to take out T-Mat. If he gets to Sky ahead of Spellzapp at this point, he potentially wins the series.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely close at this point.
But he does have the equipment deficiency as well. No Mazmoon, no Vorpal, so that could also be a determining factor.
It looks like he's going to get Masa at this point because he is going Mermaid side first.
And also, he got the turnover this time on those red Sahags. No Blaze this time. Too bad they're not worth much experience. And he's poisoned. And he's no longer poisoned.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp taking on Carrie. This Masa will make that fight go down quick, and goodbye, Carrie. It was nice seeing you for a moment.
I blinked again. So Spellzapp's comeback begins. He's done one of the 4 orbs.
And he's gonna go check Crescent Lake to see if it's got his tail, and be disappointed when it's just an Opal Cheerio.
Cheesenator, one of the people you're going to hear on the call for this game 3 tomorrow, if it takes place, making a comment in the chat that glad that Spellzapp rather kept his composure after that sea wipe. You may remember, those of you who were here earlier and saw that, he did sit on the live screen for about 30 seconds trying to figure out what to do. So he was definitely pondering how to go and what to do, and ponder the meaning of life while you're at it. ShadowWalke getting his Mazmoon, but yeah, it is definitely good that he kept his composure, was able to bring the race back. He is looking, he's in a good position right now with equipment. He can zip through that Temple of Visit probably very quickly, pending what happens from the gatekeepers down below.
ShadowWalke picking up his Masa and immediately equipping it on the Thief, so that he's got 2 decent melee characters for now.
Nice that that ShadowWalke talked to one of the mermaids as well.
I generally only talk to that mermaid when I've got NPC Guillotine on. Are we going to turn into bubbles? Well, you certainly are. Oh no, 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 ShadowWalke, don't do this!
Uh-oh.
He went mermaids and is leaving.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Not good. Yeah, he's going for the chest and sky, and he's gonna regret it. I think this is Spellzapp's race to lose at this point, pending Temple of Fiends Revisited.
No, he's going to Marsh.
Oh yeah, that's even worse. That is 5
Not
times worse.
necessarily. This might actually be better, because if Marsh has nothing, due to proximity, he may go back to sea after that. And this is much quicker than going all the way to Sky, full clearing Sky, and having to come all the way back.
Are there more chests in Marsh than in the remainder of Sea Shrine?
I believe so. He skipped just a few, just a small handful of chests on the.
I can see why he would make this play then. I can see why he would make that play. But still, I would want to finish the dungeon while I'm there just to make sure it's cleared out. Of course, that's easy to say because we know what's there.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp in the sky, taking on some vampires. Well, Mirage, almost in sky. Ooh, 4 zombie dragons, that's a good trap tile.
And we are doing the three-man party on Spellzapp's side. Deng is just, gonna have a nice dirt nap until he's called upon to take a punch.
Yeah, he'll sleep until, maybe Kraken 2.
Yep, wake up just in time to see a tentacle arm flying at him again.
Hey guys, how you? Oh god, oh!
Exactly. So it's not going to be long until we get up to Team S4 here, because he's not opening anything in Sky Palace.
If he wasn't checking... Yeah, he's not even checking the greed chests in Sky Palace. Like, the fact that he didn't even bother to check Armory says that he's got the pedal on the metal. I imagine he feels behind because of that bad wipe to Kraken earlier.
Yeah.
And that's why he's pressing so hard.
He's good. He's happy with his equipment, and he feels there's no time to waste, because while ShadowWalke did have similar problems and is now doing Marsh instead of finishing the Sea Shrine right now, which is something Spellzapp did not do. Spellzapp does not know that he is now in a position where he, while behind on orbs, he's technically ahead. Get your War Mech hype and chat, by the way, because we're going to try and get a giant robot, if we're lucky, on this Bridge of Destiny.
I'd feel comfortable going into Temple of Fiends Revisited with Spellzapp's gear, and I'm bad at this game.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable with his gear as well, easily. And neither of us are top runners. We did not have a single encounter on the Bridge of Destiny.
Oh, that is hey, you know what? Spellzapp deserves that after his terrible time in the Sea Shrine.
I have never seen that before.
Rare, but yeah, sometimes you get that hero run.
Absolutely remarkable. And of course, chat's reacting. No, he needs more terribles!
I do have to say, we haven't seen Fast, which is less than ideal.
That's probably in Lufane. I don't think we checked that magic.
It's probably level 8.
Yeah, that would be level 8.
Well, it could also be in Gaia level 8, but yeah.
True. And there's Fire 2.
Quad X and Tiamat is erased. And that's 2 orbs lit for Spellzapp.
That is 1 erased dragon. You gotta use
it looks
that
like
eraser one.
go into Sky instead of finishing out Sea.
This is what I was afraid of. He's going to do a full clear of sky and then go back and find that adamant. This has now become Spellzapp's race. Chat pointing out that's a smart play, and I do agree from the chess tendency perspective and the fact that he's been in Siege Shrine multiple times already. It is a smarter play, but the benefit of being in the booth, we know it's not the right play. And someone commenting on the 2 to 3 minute sailing without an encounter. We just had a Bridge of Destiny run with no encounters. So yeah, there's a really good spot in the encounter table where nothing comes up.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp, much like you called, leaving C2 last at this point and going to Earth first.
Yeah, based on where the adamant was and the fact that you already walked past it once without picking it up, I was just afraid that was going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the knowledge ShadowWalker has, this is, the technically correct play just because of the amount of chests that are available. We just know it's not the correct play because of what we've seen.
And I think, and we can ask him about this later, but I think the reason he might have skipped some of those chests in the lower floor of the Sea Shrine is because he knew that there was a possibility he could get wiped out instantly by a really bad turn order on a really bad batch of red set eggs. So I think he was just trying to safeguard against that. There's a house behind the vampire, by the way. I think he was just trying to safeguard against that possibility by getting to Kraken as quickly as possible, and now he just doesn't want back. It just takes too much time.
Yeah. But unfortunately, this also isn't the only place ShadowWalker's got left. He did redive Earth to find other chests, but he's still got a bunch of chests that he skipped in Volcano as well. That it could...
And he could go to Volcano again before going to Sky.
Crabcake suggesting that due to proximity, she expects that C would happen before Volcano, but we'll see.
We'll see. We should probably pay attention to the levels as well, so we should keep an eye out for what their levels are. So ShadowWalker does find an eye and does dispatch it. Yep, they just wander around randomly in the Sky Palace, so good place to pick up some levels. And Spellzapp is going to blink, and we're going to see a boss disappear.
Oh, he got a low roll on that. Oh, he fell into a crack. Goodbye.
Just crack the floor and swallow them up.
And with that, Spellzapp has caught up on orbs.
3-3, and now he's going to take the lead as he goes to drop into the final dungeon. And that's the Sea Shrine, and I don't think he's going to have a lot of trouble with Red Sehes at this point.
He would have to get the worst possible turn order in order to take a wipe from Sea Hags at this point.
And Kraken might not even be much of a problem this time either.
Oh no, he would. I don't think so at all.
No, just give someone the Maz Moon. Actually, I can't use the Vorpal. Never mind. Just one swing of the Maz Moon, and that should take out most of his HP because he was low HP as well. I think I saw about 500 HP.
Yeah, he was very low HP.
As long as he doesn't hit the fighter first like he did last time and get a one-hit kill, he's not going to last long.
Yeah, potentially 8 casts of Blaze before he gets to get a turn would be just terrible.
Time wasting and wipe inducing.
Oh, at that point, it's just straight up wipe inducing. You know,
yeah.
Let's say it's roughly on the ribboned characters, that's rough. Let's say it's roughly 50 damage per cast. That's times 8. That's still 400 damage.
Yeah. At that point, make some French fries and collect the salt. That's pretty much what that is at that point.
ShadowWalke wandering around the spider floor looking for chests, getting into an unrunnable fight with some nightmares and an evil man. Crabcake saying that if ShadowWalke goes directly to C after this, it's the difference of about 1 Topher White.
Just a quick shout out to Cheese Air who's leaving the chat. Gonna go into the race with Sonny Wrath going on over on the main speaking channel. That'll be starting in about half an hour on that channel. We're gonna see if we can join that after this race. For those watching on YouTube, we'll follow this.
And Kraken goes down for Spellzapp. Spellzapp has lit his 4th orb.
That means that there's only one place left for him to go. Into the past! And yeah, we're not going to be worrying about a tail promotion today, I don't think.
Oh, he never even found it. He wasn't checking any chests in Earth
Yeah,
Cave.
exactly. He doesn't have it. Was that a... Oh, no, it wasn't. Never mind. I saw an opal something that I was just gonna... I thought it might have been the Cheerio for a second. Couldn't have been.
Nope, that's gonna be, That would have been in, Crescent
Yeah, it's
Lake.
incentive. Yeah, I saw that for a second. Ooh, trying to park on the castle roof. That doesn't work very well.
Look, the Temple of Fiends is already ruined. You're not going to do much more to it.
Just shuffle a few stones around.
Spellzapp, go ahead getting his inventory set up. I did notice he only has 67 heals, so running out of heals could be an issue.
Now, when you go back here and you see all these blockers, don't you just wish you could go outside and see what it's like out there? What happens if you walk through walls and step out there?
Spellzapp not dealing with that ambush from those 8 metal slimes. Decides to reset out and redive. ShadowWalke getting the bad news that what he needs is not here in Sky. And oh, Mancats ambush and have Blizzard.
Oh wow, and they are turn happy. They're happy with the spell.
Yep, they are spell happy. So far, every Mancat has cast Blizzard.
Having Doc at the front of the party would prevent these kind of ambushes, so I wonder if Doc is going to get relocated up there once the...
It would help a little bit. I believe that it's roughly 2.5% reduction in ambushes to have a thief in front.
But when an enemy is casting Blizzard like that, that's the chance you take. Shadowrun going to have the hero run on the Bridge of Destiny. We already saw it from Spellzapp. So, can ShadowWalke repeat it? I'm not sure where in the encounter table he is, because he's on a much different table. He's been checking chests that Spellzapp didn't check in here, so very much different spot on the table. getting encounter right before those steps, though, so it is possible.
Yeah, well, we got some Bless RNGs in chat. Get out a few more if you want to see big old robot chicken. Right now we got some unrunnable red Hydra.
Give these.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp taking on Lich 2, who, rumor has it, is a boss. Got some harm 3 hits from the Thief swinging that Coral Sword, 5 hits, Lich still alive, but falls into a crack and is done.
I'm having a sense of deja vu. What about you?
Just a smidge, just a smidge.
I'm having a sense of deja vu. What about you? Moving on. He's on the carry floor right now. And, oh hey, Agamus.
Meanwhile, ShadowWalke not running into a war mech yet, but having a really rough Bridge of Destiny.
Oh,
Grey Worm's eating Deng for lunch.
Nice to know he did his job. I don't know if I would use all life charges on Deng right now, to be honest.
I think using a single life charge on him here just to let him meat shield isn't too bad. Plus, you've got, like, the other thing you've got there is Wall, which you're not too worried about casting when you've already got 2 Ribbon.
Well, Deng didn't take the punch, so he's gonna have to heal it up a little bit now to survive the sea shrine, the sea floor, I think.
Meanwhile, ShadowWalke taking on Tiamat. And Carrie gets erased.
Gotta use that rubber once in a while.
Oh, Tiamat had a stun touch. That's kind of rude.
That is rude. And dark at the same time. So being in the dark, unable to move, is not a good situation. So Spellzapp is now coming to the end of the sea shrine floor, or sea floor, I should say, which means that, like earlier, and hopefully not as punch happy, we are about to release the Kraken 2.
So we got Temper coming out, we're going ahead and throwing the defense. Kraken does what he's supposed to do and whacks the heck out of Deng. Poo, 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 poo.
It was just like you said earlier. Pew, 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 bong.
Yep, that's right, you want to use the defense sword, not the Masa.
And Ice 3 for 74 damage. Kraken gets a good shot, 193 on Dan, but can't take a couple more of those to take him out. And might get healed in the process. Temper being used on... Oh, changed his mind, it looks like.
Power bonk time.
Invis?
Yep, trying to keep that white mage alive so that if this Kraken decides to be punch heavy, we can still get people up.
So ShadowWalke has lit his 4th orb, but he is not going to Temple Fiend Revisit because he is not ready to yet.
He's missing a key. Which
And,
we know is locked behind an adamant, which is in Sea Shrine. That adamant will become the floater, and that floater will take him to the key at Sarda.
And it should be noted that that key, the reason that key is needed, we know that there is one locked door snuck into Temple of Fiends Revisited by the original developer. It was not something that we added. It was snuck in by the original developers because they wanted to do something with Mystic Key there. They ended up not using it, or they just put in the door for fun. I don't know what it was. Kraken 2 goes down, but we know that that door has to go with Mystic Key. You cannot get the Temple of Fiends Revisited without that Mystic Key.
I had heard that the reason for that Mystic Key door was to prevent possible cheating. Actually.
That's what I would have thought too, but there have been all sorts of stories about that. I don't know what the correct story is for that.
Yeah, it might be apocryphal, who knows.
I mean, for all we know, they just thought, oh, we need to put something funny in the game. Oh, I know, let's put the locked door in Temple Fiend Revisited. Oh, we got a rare look at the map on ShadowWalke's side. And the meat shield is brought back to life. And put back at the head of the party. Do your job, Ding. Team At 2 is pulled. Invis 2 utilized on the entire party, including our meat shield. Stop is utilized, and that is not good. But Deng is the only one stopped because ribbons are protecting everyone else, I believe.
And ShadowWalker is heading to Volcano before heading back to sea. He is very much last locationing that Adamant.
Absolutely going to be last location. I was afraid this was going to happen as soon as we saw the Adamant there. We knew those red Sahegs were that dangerous.
Meanwhile, we got some temper coming out. Swing, 4 hits, 284 damage. Not a whole lot from a Masa swing. You'd hope to see.
Yeah, finally taking some shots, but we have seen up to 1600 HP on this guy before, so that can happen. We'll see how dangerous this is. We haven't seen any really nasty spells yet. A Lightning 2 there just did 46 at the highest. There's the nuke. I was afraid it was coming. And there it is, and we have lost CC. Our black magic is down. Our life caster is still alive. We're not in man mode yet. Cure 3 is used to bring a little HP up. There's the tornado, and that's going to take our life caster out. We are now in man mode.
Ooh, a second nuke. That hurt.
And Team At trying to finish misses because of the invisibility.
And another nuke. Good lord. So much nuke on that dragon queen.
And very, very tanky dragon as well, which doesn't help.
That gonna have 3 nukes?
There could be 2 nukes in his list. It's possible.
I think that was 3 nukes.
No, there was a tornado. There was a tornado in that group.
Yeah, I think it was nuke, nuke, tornado, nuke.
I don't remember seeing 3 nukes. I'd have to go back and look at the tape.
Yeah, tornado is a different spell, but I'm just saying, I think I saw 3 nukes get cast.
Jeez. I saw 2, I might have missed 1, but I know I saw a tornado in there with him as well. Either way, 2 nukes and a tornado is enough damage to take out any of his warriors, and yeah, we're gonna have to do better against Team At 2 if we're gonna get to Chaos today.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. And the more unfortunate thing is that because of where ShadowWalker is right now and where Spellzapp took that wipe, this could actually be real close if ShadowWalker had gone back to sea first instead of rediving Volcano.
And if Spellzapp takes another wipe, this could be even close still because ShadowWalker by then may make it into here. So this is not over yet.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that ShadowWalker is going to have any, like, he's not going to have, like, an equipment advantage over Spellzapp, most likely, but, and he definitely isn't going to have a knowledge advantage, because Spellzapp will have already dived twice.
But sometimes even then, the runner who comes in behind just doesn't run into that problem and can pull it out, and it's like, wait, why did you have a problem? You ran into that? I didn't see it.
Very true.
Oh, here's your rumored boss again.
He doesn't fall in a crack this time, and he is, exiling people to the 4th dimension, so...
Yeah, we're kind of going in reverse this time. Thankfully, the White Wizard survived. Or White Mage survived. I'm starting to wonder if promotion might be a good idea here. I still haven't a good look at the levels. I may try and keep an eye out for the levels this time on Spellzapp's side.
Spellzapp's at like 24, 25.
That's where I imagine he would be right now.
Yeah, I saw him leveling up on his initial dive, so. And Deng was at, like, level 16.
So carry 2 for the second time tonight. Was a bit of a whimper before, probably going to be a bit of a whimper now, except got a nice hit on CC there. I presume that represents crab cakes.
Yep. Crab Cakes suggesting that Spellzapp found Katana 2. Spellzapp did find the second Katana. It was in the Titan's Trove.
Yes.
And ShadowWalker finally in C, going to get... Well, he's going to the wrong side, but...
He missed a chest over here?
He missed one chest over here, but he will be able to get his adamant finally.
Well, the chest that he missed over here is, well, that one chest, and that cannot be accessed because he doesn't have the key.
He missed 2 because he also skipped one way up in the top corner.
So here's the water. We know they have ice too, I believe it is they had. Yep, there it is. And they're getting their licks in.
Yep. Mostly annoying at this point as opposed to actually dangerous.
Mm-hmm. But the sleep is a little more annoying. Except it doesn't hit. I take that back, it hit Ding. But that's our main shield, so that's okay. Oh, there goes the meat shield.
Spellzapp having a very rough seafloor this time compared to the first run through. Oh, there was only a cap in that one chest that he left abandoned on that side.
Oh, that wasn't worth the walk.
Oof. These waters
CC is down from ice too.
These unrunnable waters are being real jerks.
Yeah, it's one thing when you're not going to let the player run away. It's another thing when you're just going to be, you know, horrible. Coming up on the 1 hour, 46-minute point in the seed. Just a reminder where we are. This is game number 2 of Final Fantasy Randomizer 2020 Spring Tournament Elite 8 matchup between Spellzapp and ShadowWalke 227. ShadowWalke 227 is up 1-0 in the series. There is no score shown, that's why I'll say that. And so ShadowWalke wins this race. We do see game number 3 tomorrow. If I take that back. If ShadowWalke wins this race, we don't see a game 3 in the series. It's 1-2-0. If Spellzapp wins this race, we see a game number 3 tomorrow. To get my order right on that. I'm cycling over Dr. Funk and hope you're enjoying the race so far.
Yeah, it's been quite a race so far, and Spellzapp taking on Kraken 2 for the second time.
And Deng did his job. Thank you, Deng.
Thank you for your service, Dengwu.
I know it hurts, but you're gonna have to do it again.
ShadowWalker finally on the correct floor and about to find his adamant.
And probably gonna have a face hit a palm very shortly. And there it is. And at 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 8 seconds, ShadowWalker is in effectively go mode. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, he's still gotta go talk to Old Man Sarda, and depending on how he routes, that could be a problem. Also, why is he still checking things at this
He
point?
probably just finished the room because he was in it. Probably not going to check any other rooms. I don't think he's.
But he left the room and kept moving, and got into this fight because of it.
Well, he'll take him out anyway. They didn't get him this time. Meanwhile, Kraken 2 for Spellzapp. Don't know if we mentioned that. 398 damage, terminated.
Excellent.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to come up on the fight that took him out the first time. Will T-Mat 2 suffer a cooler fate this time, or will Spellzapp be the one to suffer twice? We'll find out in just a moment, as Spellzapp is going to bring out some healing, cure everyone, except Meat Shield, who I don't know if things going to be brought back or not for this. Nope, not going to waste time bringing them back, apparently. And T-Mat 2 is back out, and we are going to see if Spellzapp can concoct a winning strategy here. Lock 2, making him easy to hit. That's a decent start. Stop makes CC paralyzed immediately. Zoe and Dan survive. CC will wake up eventually, but may lose a turn or two out of it. At least he got the Lock 2 in. Powerbomb comes out. Invis 2 makes everyone harder to hit. And while that didn't work on CC, he went down immediately while paralyzed. Turns out you can't really dodge while you're not able to move.
Indeed, but we're getting some good power bonking going on, so... And we got drink strats going on. Slow 2, that hurts.
And T-Mat now swinging at Zoe. Zoe would be probably best to heal himself to make sure we don't lose the life caster.
And there's a Lit 2,
not gonna do much.
Which means that we got nukes on deck.
Nukes are coming up. Zoe should heal.
Oh no, there were 2 Lit 2s before nuke. Now
They're still
nuke's
coming
on
up.
deck.
They're still coming up. There's the healing, but not on itself. And Zoe's dead.
Yep.
So Spellzapp once again is now in man mode.
Yeah, except that Spellzapp got hit with slow 2 and is having a lot of trouble hitting Tiamat and takes a second wipe.
1 hour, 15 minutes, and Chaos is still standing.
And it looks like Spellzapp is gonna go try and grind a bit.
After 2 wipes, you pretty much have no choice. ShadowWalker's going to be going in without the knowledge, but what level is ShadowWalker at right now?
That I'm not sure of.
That could be an advantage for him. Didn't I say this might still be close?
It ended up that way, despite ShadowWalker last locationing that adamant.
Sometimes the game just has a tendency to do some funny things. This is no exception.
Using these ghosts as a grind tile. That's not one that I'm used to seeing, because ghosts tend to hit hard. They're a little scary like that.
I think he's just doing something for that's convenient right now, rather than trying to be out a grind tile out of the dungeon area.
Makes a lot of sense. It's probably the best one you've seen that's easily accessible.
If he had spent time getting a couple levels on those eyes earlier, that might have made the difference. But both runners did skip that tile, so they are both. There's no advantage in terms of grinding those kind of tiles. ShadowWalker is finally leaving that ship behind at 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 20 seconds. He finally takes to the sky, and is going to get some level 2 magic for the first time.
Yep. Picking up.
And he sees Warp and is like, boy, I wish I had that earlier.
Also picks up Warp, just in case. Doesn't bother to pick up any level 2 white magic.
Nothing really good there except in Biz. Even that is not as good in Biz too. So Ghosts are giving us... Oh, level 24 on whoever that was just there. I wonder if this is going to be an attempt to get Deng back in Cory as well, so he might be able to do something.
Yep. Shadow about to pick up his power bonk from the pirates. And we'll buy his ruby.
We have a question on whether Fast has been seen. We have not actually seen it. We suspect it is a level 8.
And it looks like Shadow is going to go ahead and promote, which is going to actually give him a little bit of extra gear. I believe he picked up some dragon armor that'll be nice to have.
Oh,
Plus,
the Vorpal.
He'll be able to equip the Vorpal, and he'll be able to put better equipment on his ninja. So that actually is an advantage that he's got.
The ninja will get the Masamune, or something. Maybe we get the katana, and the white wizard will get the Masamune, possibly. Something like that. Except that he threw out the Vorpal, or didn't pick. No, he didn't pick it up. He didn't pick it up.
That's right.
He never opened that chest on the third floor.
No, he did when he went back through, when he was full clearing C.
But he threw it out or didn't pick it up because he had full inventory.
Yeah, he opened it and chose not to.
This might be one of those seeds it's better having in the inventory. But, oh well, that's what he decided to do.
No, he's got the Vorpal, he just equipped it.
Oh, we were in the wrong page, that's why we didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to see it in armor.
No, we were looking at armor. We're not going to see Vorpal in armor.
We've got a Masa on the ninja, and we've got Vorpal on the fighter.
I would expect the katana on the ninja and then the Masamune on one of the wizards just in case both go down. So he's going to go down to a 2-attack strategy, it looks like.
Yep, and he's about to pick up his key, and then he's going to be done. Which is a little unfortunate, because of his positioning. If he did stop to check Titans, he would get his second katana, and then he wouldn't have to use the Vorpal instead, but...
So, ladies and gentlemen, ShadowWalke just found his key. He already has all 4 orbs lit, and he has just taken the lead, technically, by entering Temple of Fiends Revisited right now. At 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 52 seconds, ShadowWalke is traveling into the past.
This race is bad for my heart.
You wouldn't have thought, the way that he was behind earlier, you wouldn't have thought that this was a possibility, but he just has a way of pulling these races out from the depths of despair.
Yeah, Tiamat just had other plans for Spellzapp, it seems.
And he
could
still
mean that...
Go ahead.
Tia could still be real bad for ShadowWalke, too.
Yeah, if you get down to nuke in the order, you're going to have problems. But it's far enough down that if ShadowWalke can get those hits in early, and he has extra weaponry, he has 3 weapons he's wielding, he's promoted. Well, 2 weapons. So if he can get those hits in early, there's a possibility that he'll have better luck. But he's not going to have fun dragging those statues around. He'll have to deal with that very quickly. And, he might actually get wiped.
He got wiped by Badmen, because they had
Badmen wiped him.
and Glance.
You don't see that every day. I'm going to assume those 2, the ninja and the knight, did not have the ribbons, therefore they got stoned. And then the other 2, of course, are weak and basically got destroyed.
Well, one of them got slain by Squint.
Oh, Squid, that wouldn't help either. Did that cut through a ribbon?
Sure did. They got 3 out of 256.
Oh, boy.
And it looks like Spellzapp has moved over to the volcano to grind on red dragons.
It's a healthy grind.
Yeah, though those red dragons did have Toxic. He does have 2 ribbons, so it's relatively safe.
They don't have as much experience. They only have 2,904 per according to my chart here, but 4 of them still does add up.
Absolutely it will.
And for anyone asking, yes, this is the original 1990 chart that I'm referencing.
Now, here's where things get scary, and I'm not sure that I would solo... I would not feel comfortable soloing this, because yeah, it's only a 3 out of 256 chance, but those red dragons have Toxic. They could cut through your ribbon, and you could lose this entire grind.
Yeah, I wouldn't have just Dan out there by himself. This is extremely, extremely dangerous.
Also, they aren't exactly hitting like kittens either. That was like 100 and something damage from one of them.
And Spellzapp will not be able to bring anyone back while he's down. He can't get out alive after this, too. Mind you, that shouldn't be as hard as surviving all these red dragons. Toxic. And now he needs to save himself. Now he's down about half his health at this point. Level 32. That knight might survive another nuke now, but do you really want to work in man mode?
I think, after looking in chat, that he may be aiming for level 35 to get a 6th hit with that Masa.
I'm just waiting for Slane to come up here with Toxic.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
Oh, same, but I'm waiting for it to happen. 4 or 5 more fights, I think we'll do it, depending how many red dragons turn up. Never mind, it won't take that many. That was one fight, you got to 34 and 33. So 1, possibly 2 more fights, he should be there.
Yeah, as long as he survives this 4-1 fight, he's good.
They get a lot of Toxic casts on him. But he is higher leveled, so Toxic may have a hard time hitting at that rate, too.
It's still going to be 3 out of 256 with the ribbon equipped.
On the ribbon, it's still going to be 3 out of 256, just generally.
And that's level 35, and he's on his way out. Meanwhile, ShadowWalke is on carry.
And seen, and back to Temple Feed Visit, I believe, is where he's going next. So, ShadowWalke does not have the information yet on T-Mat 2. If he does fall to T-Mat 2, or Chaos is just absolutely nasty as well, then anything can still happen here.
He's having some trouble just with carry.
I didn't think carry was that bad, but he does survive with the Fade. So the healing process continues on ShadowWalke's side. Spellzapp is acquiring another cabin. So we're going to use that to save outside the temple, I believe. Also doing some stuff in the Elfland proper. Oh, gonna save.
Yeah, if he just bought a cabin as a save item, he does need to refill his HP and spell charges.
Exactly.
ShadowWalke getting a nice big hero run through the water floor.
Yep, we know it's in the encounter table. That we saw it on the Bridge of Destiny for Spellzapp earlier.
And of course, as soon as I say that, he gets back-to-back fights.
And here comes all the Ice 2 right now. 6 Ice 2 casting waters. This is horrendous. Even at this, like, he's going to survive probably, but it's a lot of time wasted just waiting for him to go through.
And, not only that, but a lot of time wasted using heal potions after the fact.
Yeah, Spellzapp's going to clear a floor or 2 easily while this is happening. Take an Ice 3 back, you waters. Wait, you're still alive?
Yeah, the waters rolled beefy.
And yep, just as we said, Spellzapp did clear a floor in the process there. On the second floor again now. So ShadowWalker's going to have to do this in one shot. Spellzapp failed twice. ShadowWalke has to do it on his first try if he wants to put this series away 2-0. Now what? Kraken was no problem for Spellzapp, so release the Kraken 2 for ShadowWalke and let's see how he does with it. 106 from Dan, immediate damage. We're going to use the defense to do defense. Lit 3 comes out for 92 damage.
And surprisingly, his fighter survived that hit from Kraken without too bad. Like, it was over 100 damage, but it was also only in the 100 for damage.
I don't think this crack is hitting as hard as the other one did earlier, though. I could be mistaken. Four damage, that's a good sign. Lit 2 comes out.
Unless you're rolling crits with the Vorpal, it's not going to do much.
Well, 175, the Vorpal is doing okay. Zap! Oh my goodness!
No, both of his
fighting characters are down. It's time for the Hail Mary. Get out the Hail Mary. This is going to take 1 of our hearts by the time this is done, I think.
And ShadowWalke takes a wipe.
Spellzapp is back in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. That Zap just did it. He might have to put the ribbon up on the Knight to make sure the Knight can stay alive. Take it from the Black Wizard, I think.
Yeah, looks like ShadowWalke is also gonna decide to leave and maybe do a little grinding.
Could be. I didn't see what his levels were.
He's aiming for that third eye tile.
So a little more hunting to get to that tile, but definitely a good grind tile. So we're going to have to change our focus back to Spellzapp now. We are over 2 hours in. We still don't have it finished. Both runners probably wondering, why has my opponent not put this to bed yet? Spellzapp going to pause in the doorway so we can see the shadow door in the frame of the room. Or outside. There it is. And Dang did his job. And CC about to take another death to more ice too.
Yeah, these waters are proving more annoying than I thought they would.
But the two most... Oh, I knew they were going to be annoying as soon as we saw them. But, sorry if I cut you off, I just heard you still going there. But the two most important characters are alive here. So as long as they stay alive, we're still okay here.
Crabcake's pointing out that we have not seen any of the 4 nuclears yet.
But we have seen the nukes.
Yeah, we saw 3 of them anyway.
It was possible that it was just in the table once and he cast it twice in Team Master Case 2. That is possible. So Chaos would still have 1 or 2 of them and a nuclear.
Spellzapp at Kraken 2 again. Even if Spellzapp takes another wipe here, I'd still put him in the lead, simply because ShadowWalke has to take the time to do this grind.
And also, ShadowWalke doesn't have information on Team Mat 2 yet. He only knows that he's going to be playing for Kraken right now. He's not going to know what's going to happen at Team Mat 2. So, how long is ShadowWalke going to grind, and will this grind pay off to get through both of them? The Gatekeepers are keeping the gate today.
Definitely. And it looks like ShadowWalke's setting up for a solo grind on those 3 eyes.
Looks like it. Though I would still suggest keep the, at least the White Wizard alive, because that's your life caster, but apparently he's going to go for a solo grind.
Yeah, or an exit cast to get out of here nice and quick.
Well, I don't think he's worried about getting out of here. He feels he'll survive getting out of here. I don't think there's anything extremely nasty on there.
Oh, it's just getting out of here fast.
Yeah. So now we're going to bring up the R-Bones. We're going to get away. So all the 1 HP party members survive. Now we're going to try to kill them. Issa, Doc, Rena, thank you for your service. You have done well. Oh, you actually survived.
Yeah, turn order being what it is, it's entirely possible they might. So
Did he
with
just
3
equip the
op,
Vorpal on Doc?
yeah, he did. Got an ambush on these eyes, and the eyes are missing, so... Oh, there we go.
There goes Rena. Now the life cast is gone and the exit cast.
But
I
the
think,
Black Mage still sucking up some XP.
But the Knight has magic. Wasn't exit a lower level? I didn't check that.
It's like level 5.
Oh, so he can't learn. No, darn.
Nope, not at all. And Spellzapp is back on Tiamat. Let's see how this goes. And we have got to stop Black Mage again.
Okay, let's get through this time, Spellzapp. We gotta get through before the nukes show up. ShadowWalke grinding the eyes, which is sounds like a Halloween activity.
Slow 2 came out and thankfully did not hit the fighter this time.
That is extremely helpful. Invis 2 being put to use to help with the defense. Power Bonk comes out. Lock 2. T-Mat is now going to be easy to hit. Or easier to hit. See you, dang. Power Bonk comes out to power up even more. So we're going to try and get a good swing in before the nuke comes out. I think he has to swing now. T-Mat does miss. This is good.
3 hits for 40 damage.
Temper used on Deng. Lit 2 comes out, that means the nukes are coming up, but there's another Lit 2, I think, first. So that's the cue to get your swings in. Power Bonk is used again. I think he's using it yet again. Lock 2. Easy to hit once again. So T-Mat is being prepped for a very quick kill before the nukes can do enough damage. Hopefully he doesn't end up in man mode. Tier 3, good. Zoe is going to be healed. Nukes come out. Oh, 1 HP!
Oh
what?
My god!
Oh my goodness, my heart!
And that tornado's going
to take him out. And once again, Spellzapp is in man mode!
And that's
he wins
it.
The fight.
He's down. So now it's all about this chaos, and can he man mode it?
I don't think life was a bit. No, he can't because he's not promoted. He can't use magic. Never mind.
Not at all.
So yeah, he has to man mode. Can he man mode chaos? Can he do the legendary thing right now? Garland steps back 2 tiles and transforms into a winged chaotic being, and we have queued the chaos fight at 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 33 seconds. And we are using the power bonk immediately. Chaos is immediately missing. This is a very good sign. Nuclear comes out. We knew he had to have it because we haven't seen it yet. 138 damage. Power bonk still being used. He doesn't have magic. He can't heal. He has to get his swings in soon.
Damage,
4 damage there. More power bonk. Blizzard, 48. Not too much damage. 462 HP left. Now he swings. 467. He can do this. Second swing. Gonna hit for 611 on 4 hits. There's Thunder. Not enough damage. 350 left. 670 on Chaos. 1 more hit should do it. 1 more swing should be enough. And 1,095. No, still standing. Chaos is. 98 damage. Dan is now on a knee, but he gets 671 and terminated. And Spellzapp, the legendary man mode of Chaos.
With an official SR time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 21 seconds, Spellzapp has finished in first place. Get your GGs in chat, folks.
Definitely get those GGs in chat. That was absolutely brutal. An absolutely brutal seed, and both runners deserve a hearty GG for putting up with this absolute monstrosity that came up for them tonight. And we'll see if Spellzapp wants to join us. In fact, I think I just saw him join the setup channel, so we should see him momentarily here. And I'll go ahead and bring him in and say, Spellzapp, a very, very well-deserved GG.
Hey, thanks, Cyclone.
So
yeah, that was quite the seed. GG.
It was something. I think I went into some sort of haze after dying at Kraken 1.
I was actually going to ask you about that.
I don't. If you're ever going to ask any strategy or anything after Kraken 1, I don't remember. Don't ask. I don't remember.
No, the question I was going to ask, you had that first Death the Kraken 1. The first thing you did was one punch, one hit kill your fighter. Don't remember how many hits it was, but insta-killed your fighter before the wall hit. Then systematically took out your entire party. Then you went back in and you had your first encounter with the red Sahigs. You found out that they had the same blaze spell that Kraken had, and you sat on that screen for about half a minute after that. What were you thinking about?
Honestly, I was thinking about forfeiting. I was already tilted from Garland. Just like in the beginning, I was like, okay, well, I'm probably behind. And then you wiped the Kraken, you wiped our socks, and you just like sit on that screen. And you're like, oh no, I'm gonna lose this one. But then you pick yourself back up and you start to slowly get into it a little bit more and a little bit more. And once I found the floater, I was like, okay, we got the floater. Then one step after the other and got myself back into it.
And it turns out, obviously, both you being blind to what the other runner is having problems with, you wouldn't have known that he was having his own problems. ShadowWalke was having his own problems in the Sea Shrine. He went to go up to the mermaid floor. He got sidelined by the red Sahigs immediately and got blazed out on the 4th floor at very low levels. So he abandoned his mermaid romp and headed elsewhere. He didn't come back until later. Then left the Adamant in the 2nd floor without picking it up. He walked right by to go to Kraken later on. Got Kraken out on his first try. He did take a death on one of his characters. They did get Kraken out on his first try. And never went back for the Adamant. He last location the Adamant and only got back in the race because you had Tropical Temple being visited, as he is hit as well.
Oof, RNG giveth, RNG taketh away.
Yeah, this was an absolutely brutal Steve.
Rather be lucky than good.
So yeah, what was your strategy after you, as you were getting back into it?
Like I said, I just sort of went into some sort of haze or trance where I didn't really think about much, to be honest, and just sort of powered through, I guess. Once I got to Topher, I guess I incorrectly thought, but I thought that it was going to be something pretty bad, and lo and behold, it was. But so I thought I had a chance.
Yeah, and it turns out it was quite bad, and it turns out it was all on Tia. That was a very, very rude Tia. Did you get like 3 nukes in a row that first time through?
I didn't know if it was 3. I thought it was 2, but
I saw 2 in a tornado myself. I didn't think it was 3.
But yeah, so like after that, I felt like since it was late in the spell list, you might be able to get by it with just tempering up crazy fast and just kind of mowing them down early. But that lock 2 hit, and so I was like, well, time to grind.
Yeah, that's slow too.
Slow 2, yeah.
Player, so that it couldn't even hit was just absolutely brutal on the second run.
Yeah, that made it extremely challenging because being unable to hit and then just being systematically taken out by nukes after being unable to hit, it would be salt-inducing for sure.
Meanwhile, ShadowWalke has finished up his 3-eye grind and is now heading back into Temple of Fiends and getting smacked around by these really rude bad men.
And yeah, ShadowWalke did take wipe to the badmen earlier too. They have, I think, the Stone Touch, and they managed to stone both Jezu and Doc and his party, the fighter and the ninja. And he promoted, by the way. And both wizards got wiped out after that. So yeah, the badmen aren't playing around today. Did you even see the badmen on the way down Spellzapp?
Yeah, they were on the trap tile.
Oh yeah, the trap tile. Did they do anything bad to you? I didn't really notice it.
Well, I mean, they hit pretty hard, but I think I got glanced on the way down, but I had a stone or a soft, so
yeah.
Yeah, when on ShadowWalker's first entry, he got to that trap tile and had 2 characters get stoned and another one get 3 out of 256 to squint.
That's with the ribbon. Okay, ShadowWalker once again heading down to the 2nd floor, so he's going to make his way down now. Going by a couple chimeras right now. By the way, since you see ShadowWalker did promote it, if you're curious where the tail was, it wasn't the Titan's drove. The Titan had it today.
No,
or, no, wait, no, it was loose. It was in Earth. Sorry, it was in Earth. It was loose in Earth. I'm getting it mixed up. It's been 2 hours. So yeah, it was loose in Earth.
What chest was it in? Was it the same as the floater last, or not the floater? There was something like the ribbon yesterday.
So I think it was the first chest to the. So on the 3rd floor of Earth, was that first chest off to the right.
All right, I'm not skipping that chest anymore. That one's going in the greed check.
Okay, that was the same one as Ribbon from last race, according to chat.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
You know what's funny? What's funny is when the same chest burns you multiple times, then you put it in the greed check. It never has anything from then on. That's what always ends up happening.
ShadowWalker just hit level 50 on his fighter.
My goodness. He's not even gonna bother softening Doc. He's just gonna. I think he's just gonna man mode the whole dungeon because he can at this point.
Yeah, he's got a defense sword and a power bonk, so he should be good.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you obviously got put in a man mode situation every time you fought T-Mat, and it didn't. And that happened obviously on the final run here as well when you finally got down to Chaos. But you managed to man mode Chaos with very systematic use of the power bonk and then just swing before Chaos did too much damage. Very well done on that Chaos fight, I should add as well.
Thank you. I saw that he only hit for like a small amount of damage, and I thought it was basically about the same as a like a skill or spell. So I was fine with just defensing once and then power bonking.
Yeah, that made a lot of sense. Like, the first swing only hit you for like 48 damage, so I figured you would go straight to power bonk and then hold A and press. ShadowWalker not even trying to run, just at this point, just quicker to fight everything to death.
Yeah, you're gonna one hit it anyway. Why not, right? I think one of those worms ran from him. I might have seen that wrong. Either that or just got vaporized so quickly I didn't see it. Oh, there's the other nuclear. Carrie had it. Did we ever see that nuclear on Carrie?
Yeah, someone in chat had mentioned that they saw it on Spellzapp's side.
Oh yeah, we're seeing something else that got to be annoying for both of you. The unrunnable waters. I think they're runnable with the Nega, but by themselves the water is unrunnable with Ice 2 just spamming it at you. What did that?
Oh, those
have any
waters,
effect on your
man.
time?
I hated those. They got me on the way down to Kraken the first time, and I was like, oh, hey, waters have ice too. That's going to be fun later. And they were fun later.
Yeah, we saw that, and I'm like, oh, that's not going to be fun in Temple of Fiends.
Oh, yeah, they also had like 600 HP or something.
And they also had sleep.
Just rude all the way down.
Yeah, those were some of the ruder waters. ShadowWalke about to pull Kraken 2 for the second time. This is actually the fight he lost, so I'm not sure if you saw that or not, Spellzapp, but that's where he lost his first run here. So I imagine he's just going to man mode the heck out of it this time because he's got 963 HP and nothing's really touching him at this point.
Nothing's gonna touch him now that he's got max evade stacks thanks to that defense.
Yeah. Oh,
there's
look,
Cure
there's Cure 4. That's nice to see. Oh, Bane. You're just waiting for that 3 out of 256 where it cuts through the ribbon and says, nope, you're not. You're doing it again.
Ooh, this was a beefy Kraken too.
That was 767. I didn't see what the first hit was, if there was another one, but there's 854, so...
Yeah, the first one was like 850 as well.
Oh my, that is beefy. Yeah, 15 to 2,000 at least. Not even gonna bother to heal, just gonna disrespect T-Mat and say, I'm coming through.
Well, he healed most of the way to full right after the Tiamat fight.
Oh, true, yeah, he didn't
Right
have
after the Kraken fight.
That's true.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get hit by slow too, he's got this.
That really is the one really annoying thing he has here. Was there anything... Now, besides what we talked about, was there anything else that Spellzapp that stood out to you as being just absolutely annoying in the scene?
I'm trying to think, but again, I can't really remember anything after Kraken 1.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Kraken 1
Yeah.
must have been a heartbreaker.
That's probably the worst Kraken one I've seen. Looks like ShadowWalke was thinking for a moment there, but maybe just getting a drink of water or something. Gotta stay hydrated after all. 2.5 hours almost. Oh, slow 2 doesn't hit. Good. And T-Mat 2 goes down. Man-moded.
And he should have no problem with this chaos.
No. He's been man-moding everything else and surviving with tons of HP. This should be no problem. This Iron Gall better get out of the way. Nope, gonna swing, huh? Oh, beefy Iron Gall, even for a level 50 knight. And the rock galls he doesn't want to deal with. That will take too long.
And we are out of heal dots.
Interesting. Our ninja is back to be our meat shield. So not quite man-node. Gonna let Doc do what Doc does. And there's a nuclear. Back to 1 HP. We have the 1 HP again. Take the free hit with Doc, and Doc isn't going to last long to that poison. Jezu is taking some significant damage here to that poison. Blizzard isn't going to do much. Power Bonk to charge up. Some Thunder. Again, not going to do much. Not hitting for much today. Another Power Bonk. Gonna run another one, and...
I wonder if ShadowWalker's gonna try and one-shot this.
Oh, at this point, Doc already took a swing, so it's not really a one-shot. That's already 48 damage there, but I would not be surprised to see him just max shot the Power Bonk as much as he can. But now he's swinging, he's getting half his HP. There's some poison again. And that was 1100. I think we're up to already 1900 damage on Chaos. And that's enough. That's like that's like master level right there.
GG to ShadowWalker, who finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 27 minutes, and 25 seconds.
And we'll see if he wants to join us as well here. And there he is, GG ShadowWalke.
GG.
Hi.
GG.
Pro tip. Don't think that you're in go mode when you don't have a mystic key. It does not end well.
Oh,
No,
you
not
forgot
that you
that
noted.
you didn't have it.
Yeah, that's why I was skipping a bunch of chests, because I was like, I've got everything I need. I've got the rod, I've got the loot, I've got the pieces to get into Sky, I've got Oxiel. Like, this is great. And then
We literally thought you were just doing ShadowWalker things.
no, that was just my brain doing dumb things.
Happens to all of us.
That's why I went to Marsh. I mind gamed myself into thinking, oh, I need the key to be somewhere the Spellzapp isn't going to go to because I'm so far behind at this point, so I'm going to go to Marsh. That wasn't the answer.
Yeah, that's why I wondered why you kept checking after finding the adamant, which would have been your last loose item.
Was it?
Yes.
Because I found the
Yep.
loose canal. I found the loose adamant. What was the other loose?
Tail
was one
and
of them.
canoe.
Oh, tail. Okay, yeah, you're right.
But I can't blame you for forgetting about that, because that was one of those really brutal seeds to play through. I mean, you both had trouble with Sea Shrine. It would be an understatement to suggest that wasn't the case. In your case, you were the first one to run into the red Sadhags on your way up to the Mermaid Core initially. You saw the blaze out of them, and you immediately left, and oh boy, your Spellzapp had a much worse experience with them later on, but you'll see if you watch the replay. But what were you thinking when you realized that the red Sea Hags were taking you out so quickly? What were you thinking as a strategy at that point?
I mean, I was just looking at it from the perspective of there's a lot of chests and mermaids. I'm going to go try and do a cheeky dive to get down there. I didn't have great spells to actually make that dive, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So I went for it, and when I saw the hags had blaze, I was like, well, there's no way I'm getting through that if I'm going to run into these guys, so I just left and decided to go to Mirage.
And the good news for Spellzapp is he actually found the adamant before he went to fight Kraken the first time, and again, you'll see this on the replay, but he took a one-hit insta-kill to the fighter before Wall got out, and basically took out the entire fight right there. Basically, the party got systematically eliminated at that point. But so his strategy at that point, after he saw the red Sahays, was that he wanted to make sure he got the adamant, made sure he had that out of the way, fought to get that out, including getting the exit charge so he could leave as soon as he picked it up, and managed to get it out without finishing off Sea Shrines. Came back and took out Kraken later, no problem. So that turned out to be a really good reason as to how he got ahead in the first place, getting that out of it. He did have 2 wipes in Temple of Fiends Revisited. You did take the lead at one point in Temple of Fiends.
I mean, I took the lead, but I had a party that was underleveled as heck, and it was just a gamble that, well, okay, maybe Spellzapp also forgot something. Maybe the nerves got to him or something, so, I may as well take one swing at Topher while...
And then you had trouble on the Kraken fight there. And it was, in his case, it was T-Mad each time. But, the Gatekeepers, and even the Badmen, you took a fight to the Badmen in Temple of Fiends.
Yeah. Badmen were bad. I almost took a wipe after I grinded my knight to 45, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. Thank you. Straight to my back line.
Yeah, that was a brutal seed.
I fully expected this match to go to Game 3, but I didn't expect it to go to Game 3 like this.
Yeah, definitely not like that.
So, GG Spellzapp, I'll be coming for you tomorrow.
Hey, GG Shadow.
Any last thoughts either you have before we start to wrap here, or any questions you have, Dr. Funk?
I'm good. Do you two have any final thoughts you want to share?
I'm pretty drained, but that goes to show you that nobody beats Spellzapp 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Now our lifetime record's 1 in 4.
Yep. Yeah. The only final thoughts I have are for Danny and not stream appropriate.
Oh dear.
Well, we do have an
Love you,
exciting
Danny.
game number. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, I still love you, Danny.
So we do have exciting game number 3 come up tomorrow. This series is now knotted out 1, and we are going to see who takes it tomorrow, May 29th, on the Game 3 finale of this particular series. Spellzapp versus ShadowWalke tomorrow at the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We do have Cheesenator and Jat2980 going to be taking the call on that. Cheesenator is actually racing as well right now. We're going to try to get over to Speed Gaming 1 if possible so we can join that race in progress. But other than that, other races on the schedule we do have also over on Randomania right now. We do have Silver Power versus Thundercloud. That's game number 2 of their series going on right now. And then other races tomorrow and over the rest of this week as well. So make sure you keep an eye on the schedule and see what is on when and where. And enjoy all the Final Fantasy action that's coming up right now. Any last thoughts you have, Dr. Funkin?
Our runners put on a wonderful show for you tonight. Please throw them a follow. Please throw my co-commentator a follow. Please throw Danny383, our lovely tracker, a follow as well. And also follow the Speed Gaming family of networks. They put on great speed shows for you all the time. And if you saw this and thought, wow, that looked like fun in quotations, but it looked like fun and you're interested in trying it out, come join us on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. You can find that by going to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, where you can also roll yourself a seed and start playing.
And I hope she doesn't mind me doing this, but I want to shout out Danny as well. I think she's one of our newly elected administrators in the Discord as well. So doing a lot of work behind the scenes for this tournament. We definitely love the work she's putting in, and I'm sure we're all enjoying it. So a lot of praise to Danny for her work in this tournament, doing a great job on this. So I just want to throw that quick shout out as well while I have a chance here. So with that said, make sure you follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Make sure you also follow Randomania and Randomania 2 through 4 to catch all the races as they come on, when they happen, live. You can also catch up on our YouTube channel at Speed Gaming Show. The races, at least the Speed Gaming ones, I'm not sure about Randomania, but at least the Speed Gaming races are archived over there. So you can catch those over there. Other than that, I think we're all done here. So I'll be giving you the final word in a moment, Dr. Funky. Just want to thank everyone for watching. May not all your seeds lead to death by Red Saheg. And I want to wish you all a good night and see you for the next race. Dr. Funky, take us out.
Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's not always like this. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.